I consume the news in a variety of different ways. First of all, every single morning I get an email from the New York Times and the Washington Post, and it just has the main headlines for the day. I check that on my BlackBerry when I get up, when I'm getting ready. I also have a CNN application on my phone, so I can look at the main headlines there. That just kind of gives me an idea of what's going on that day. Generally later in the morning when I'm in class or in between classes, I'll get on those websites on my laptop. For the New York Times, I usually read the art section, just brush up on movies, TV, plays, music, things like that. So the entertainment industry is one thing that I keep close tabs with. I also read a lot of international news, since I'm an international business and international affairs major. So those two would be primarily what I check up on. I read some domestic stuff if there's main headlines. Obviously last fall and most of last year when the elections were going on, I kept up with a lot of domestic stuff, but not so much in general. I do keep track of what's going on here in Athens. I read the university newspaper, the Red and Black, just to keep up with what's going on campus. And that's really only the physical paper news that I consume. Everything else is pretty electronic, either over my phone or through the internet. Something else new that I've been doing since I got a Twitter last year is I follow Anderson Cooper and CNN and even Ryan Seacrest and the New York Times. And so as they update throughout the day, and have links to news stories, I look at those and get my news that way. There's also a website that I follow it's about the movie business, and it has links to different news sources on different websites, and I'll check that just as kind of a place to find out what's going on in that industry. I don't really do much television. Occasionally when I'm at home, I'll turn on CNN, but that's very rare because I don't spend a lot of time just lounging around my house. Most everything is either over my phone or over the internet. There's no really particular way that I don't consume news now that I would like to. I really like, now that I have a BlackBerry, that I can access it there. It's literally news in my hand whenever I want it. And I like that through the email updates I get, I can kind of personalize the types of things that I get updated about. I would not pay for news. There was a short time when the New York Times started requiring you to have a subscription to use their online stuff, but I think they realized pretty quickly that wasn't going to work because people can get free news wherever. I guess technically the only place that I would pay for news is if I bought a physical copy of the New York Times or I guess my cable bill, but I don't really count that because like I said, I don't really do paper very often or television news. It's all pretty much over the internet, and now that's not being charged for. I'm not really paying for it, and I wouldn't, since there are so many free mediums. So I guess it's all digital now. It's all over the internet, and that's really the way I've gone to. I pretty like everyone else. I've moved away from paper and even television, and I do it pretty much all on my computer or on my phone.